just turn the on button on, it'll be okay.
Howdy, howdy. Decided to make my bread. So I'm eating my bread on live show. It's yummy. Let me see if I can show it. Made in the rice cooker. Loaded with butter and blackberry jam. Baby. So that's how I roll. So there's a bunch of, I went to the National Day calendar. I'm going to shut the camera off. And I saw that there were a bunch of holidays for today. So I made some videos to celebrate the holidays. Hey, Carrie. And the sad thing is I didn't label the videos, so I don't know which one has which holiday in it. So I'm going to make them unprivate. They're all private on my channel because I've thought if I had a problem streaming them that maybe someone else could screen share them. But let's see how it works. I gotta go to my channel. Pull up my videos. It wasn't all that hot today, but I did get really tired. I think the last two sites I didn't even bother to rake. I was tired. Then I went and saw my friend at the hospital. She had her surgery, is feeling better. Took her some cottage cheese because she said they didn't have cottage cheese and she really wanted it, so I took her some. How was your day, Carrie? You're recovering from gallbladder surgery. All right, shorts. Oh, where are all my shorts? Oh, I have to go under my videos. Are we good? Forgot because I made them all private. Oh, not private there. Where are they? What? They're not here, and I loaded them all. What the heck? I'm gonna go look on my phone. I uploaded them all to the hospital while I had a signal. Now I'm not seeing them at all. Huh. There they are. All right. I'll make them public as I play them. I'll make them all public now. And then I should be able to play them. I guess you're getting better every hour. That's good. I guess you're going to have to sit through me making all my videos public. Or maybe I'll make one public and then we'll play it. I think. Maybe. Oh, how do I start it over again? All right, I'm just gonna present the screen and we're gonna wait. It's not working. Share screen. That's all right. All right. Put in on my phone, I guess, and make them public and then try them. I don't want. Oh well, I made plans and it's failing. Guess you'll just listen to me right while I make the videos public. I should have just left them all public. I don't know what I thought. I thought I was gonna like do kind of like a little premiere on them, but oh, so that is an instant premiere. Yeah, that don't work. Now I'm frozen up. Hi, Kathy. I'm eating rice bread with tons of butter and some blueberry blackberry jam on it. While I make my videos public, or try to, don't want to work. Mona got beat up at her therapy today. Not really beat up, but she's really sore, so she probably went to sleep. So you have just me tonight. Eating and trying to make videos public so I can show them. Hey, Michael. What was that sound? What was that? Your sound is bad. Sound is bad, or is it because of eating and talking at the same time? Could be a crappy signal. Sound is bad. Nope, that's my signal. My option is to deal with it or not stream. But the only choices I got. I am eating. I made rice cooker bread because I was hungry and I wanted to get food before dark so that the bears don't come visit me. You have a cousin with his name? Maybe it is your cousin, Kathy, and you just don't know it yet. There's got to be a faster way to do this. even know how to remember which ones I made public and which ones private. I don't know. I thought I'd do a reveal, so I didn't make them all public right away. Lesson learned. Just leave them public next time. Oh, he passed? I guess you can't be his cousin unless you're a ghost. Are you a ghost, Michael? I'm so tired and sick. 43-degree temperature now, 36. You mean in Celsius? Because if that was Fahrenheit, everybody'd be running there to get cool again. He must be in Canada if he's doing Celsius. Okay, let's see which ones are public now. None. It doesn't. Okay. Mission failed. I made them public and they're still not showing up. All right. Well, I guess you'll see them tomorrow when they do show up. That's a bummer. It's a big bummer. That was all the content I had for tonight with my videos. They uploaded, but they won't let me show them. I made them public. Well, it takes time for it to work. But on my phone, it's showing that they're there.
You know, funny character. You know, funny character. The words I speak can never true.
Well, oh, you're Australia? Okay. Another option is to hold my phone up to the camera. So I figure out which clip is which. Not all of them were meant for tonight's stream.
Today is National Chili Dog Day. Aren't you excited? Yeah.
Okay. So let me put the title on this one. Let's hold it up and see what we can get. Let me kill the fan so we can hear it. Crank my phone volume up. Put the phone there. He says he's not coming.
So, Trinity, did you know today is National Chili Dog Day? Aren't you excited? Yeah. I mean, I guess chili dogs are cool, but isn't it, like, weird to have a whole day dedicated to glorifying what happens after you eat them? So, Trinity, Did you know today
Oh,
is National
that's it.
Chili Dog Day?
That was the one for National Chili Dog Day. Did you hear it? Man,
Hey, Panda. Did you know it's National New Jersey?
there was a hot dog shop in Butler, Pennsylvania that made the most awesome chili dogs. And they made their own pickles too. It was really yummy, awesome. And as a teen, I would down 6 of those things down at a time. So you were able to hear it. Yay! Any comments about the National Chili Dog Day? There's like 7 different holidays here. Yeah, I don't know if Mona's coming either because she had rough therapy today. She's probably sleeping off some pain meds or something. You're stuck with just me today. I'm sorry. Okay. I want to play the next holiday one. Did it work? It should. Load. Load. Nope, it didn't load.
Hey, Panda. Did you know it's National New Jersey?
See, papyrus, more. The day to celebrate a state you can't pump your own gas in.
Dios Mayo. Such drama. Panda, didn't you learn to dance like a Jersey Shore cast member in Seaside Heights?
Indeed, I love, but my moves aren't on a dance floor. Not quite.
Oh, more? Our love, like New Jersey. Twists and turns.
E. Let's take a romantic road trip to the turnpike. My darling.
Hey, Panda. Only you could make unsafe adventures sound so irresistible. Hey, Panda. Did you know it's National New Jersey Day?
These things go loop, I guess.
Papyrus, more.
They speak some very bad Spanish. Dios Mayo, he said. Dios mío. That's funny. Okay. What's next one is? I spent a good hour putting all these little guys together.
Yo, Red Crewmate, did you know today is National Love is Kind Day?
Oh, that's the one I wanted to save for last. I gotta change the title so I remember which one it is. Oh, it's getting warm without the fan. Hopefully my signal will be getting better and I'll be able to just do the sunsets again. Go back to my old stuff. Okay, let's see what this one is.
Oh, dear gorilla, didst thou know?
Pray, tell me, fair Regina, what troubles thee so?
Today, 'tis National Cream Brulee Day.
Cream brulee.
Alas. The sweetness of life cannot keep such a fate at bay.
Fear not, gorilla, together we shall feast.
Forsooth. Let us devour this sugary beast.
Oh, dear gorilla, didst thou know?
It's National Cream Brulee Day. Also, if they made a sugar-free version, that would rock. Okay.
Ay caramba. It's National Scotch Day.
Oops. All right. Here's the next holiday.
Ay caramba. It's National Scotch Day. Shall we go on an adventure to find the tastiest scotch in the world? Chicken?
Yes. I could use lots of
Bok.
scotch today.
Scotch adventure. Count me in. But beware, Dora, Scotch can make you speak in strange accents.
No problemo, chicken. We'll navigate through flavor profiles and conquer the land of single malts. Let's go, vamos a beber.
Yep.
Ay caramba.
She lost her accent
It's
already. It's vamos a beber. I'm picky. Okay, National Scotch Day. I probably couldn't even drink scotch if I wanted to. They took my gallbladder. And they took Carrie's now, too. Actually, most people recover from losing their gallbladder. It took about 15, 18 years for me to recover from mine. All right, let's see what this one is.
Pepe, did you know today is National Refreshment Day?
Oink! What do we do on National Refreshment Day, Bonnie?
We indulge in all our favorite snacks and drinks, Pepe.
Snacks? Drinks? Can we have pancakes with extra maple syrup?
Well, it's more about hydrating with water, Pepe.
Water? That's not a refreshment. That's a swimming pool.
Pepe, did you know today is
National Refreshment Day. There's a holiday for every day of the year, at least one, if not more than one. You'll be able to go see these on my shorts later. I'm making them all public and naming them. Right now, I just did numbers because I didn't know which one was which. Okay, here's another one.
What foolishness is this National Intern Day you speak of, Gorilla?
Oh, it's a day where we celebrate the young talents that slave away for us.
Intern Day.
Slave away, you say? Deplorable. I must summon my interns immediately.
Lemon grab, calm down. It's a day to appreciate them, not send them on impossible quests.
Well, they shall be appreciated with a mandatory lemonade party. And they better like lemons. What foolishness is this National Intern Day you speak of, Gorilla?
Oh, it's a day where we celebrate the young talents that slave away for us. Lemon grab.
Slave away, you say? Deplorable.
Oh.
I must summon my interns immediately.
Wow, I got distracted. All right. National Intern Day. Let me name that one. Oh, it's getting very hot in here. And make that one public. And then where's the other one? Okay. And then here's the last one is my favorite one.
Yo, Red Crewmate, did you know today is National Love is Kind Day?
For real? What's that about, my dude?
It's all about spreading love and kindness. No SUS vibes, only good vibes.
Sounds lit, fam. Let's
Yo, Red Crewmate, did you know today
Let's what?
is National
That
Love
got
is
cut
Kind
off.
Day?
Let's see if it plays again.
For real? What's that about, my dude?
It's all about spreading love and kindness. No SUS vibes, only good vibes.
Sounds lit, fam. Let's
Yo,
Oh,
Did
it's
you know
cutting
today is-
off, and I don't know why. So, oh, we have a visitor. I wasn't expecting a visitor today. Hello.
I sent Mona a message. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm rendering a video right now, so it might cut me in and out.
Okay.
I told Mona that you were live. She said, okay. I think she'll be here in a second. I'll be right back. I think this thing's done. Let me check it.
Oh, there's Mona. Wow, I expected to be by myself tonight. You got beat up by physical therapy.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. As long as I don't move the lower half of my body between my hips and my lower back, that part of my anatomy, I'm okay.
Oh, okay.
I just have to not move. But you guys say I'm very good at it anyway, so at the not
Yeah.
moving. Okay.
I always think you're frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to share a video file here so you can see what I'm working on.
Oh, all the shorts came up finally.
Hopefully this will work. Go ahead and bring it up. This is what I have so far. This took me about an hour to make. I want to animate the boxes. But if you can play it, or actually I can play it again. I wanted it to loop, but it won't loop in here for some reason. It's a complete loop. It loops perfectly. So it does exactly 360 flips when it's working. I still got to work on it a little bit more, but this is what I've got so far. I'm going to make the bright squares. They're going to animate around to different squares. This is just a test for what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to put Vic's logo in the center of it there instead of the stuff that's there.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna like, you know how the Universal Studios has that text that circles around the world. It's gonna start from behind it, and it's just gonna like circle around it, like it's like the words. Same thing how their logo does it. I'm gonna have Vic's Vic BC on there, rotating around the center of it.
Cool.
It's gonna be pretty cool. This is gonna be the background of his website, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna send it to him when I get it done.
If he can
See what he
find a
thinks.
host.
Yeah. Well, he said he was going to find a host no matter what because he wants to have a website, and he's just got to wait for his money to come back.
Wow.
Because when they took the money out, they didn't give him his hosting, but they took his money. So he said, give him a few days to fix that, and then he'll have the hosting fixed. He seriously does not want to ever use that other bingo ever again, he said in his live yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. So he's going to be setting mine up, the one that I made for him. And this is something else that I was making for his website because I was bored, and the colors just seemed to fit his website. So I was like, because I'm learning how to do motion graphics in Blender, and this is what I just learned is how to make this. And it's really, it really didn't take much work at all to get this looking like this.
In Blender, I've played in Blender before. I get weighed down. I want to do too much stuff, and I get weighed down.
Yeah, I never did know what the what do you call it? I forget what it's called now. It's the geometry nodes were. And that's how I took a single cube and made all those cubes on the ground and on the ceiling. And I made the holes in them. in geometry nodes, and then I made the spheres using just modifiers, or not the spheres. What are those things called? I forget what they're called. Icon sphere or something, icosphere or something like that, that are completely made out of triangles. And then I just put different, what do you call it? I can't even think what it's called. Different modifiers on them to make them look like that. I put a bevel, and I put a wireframe mode on it, and then I made the wireframe bigger, and that's what makes the geometry of those things that are floating in the center. Really simple stuff. The only part that was hard was getting the glowing textures in the smoke looking area, but it turned out pretty good, I think. Oh, we lost Wendy. Mona, are you there? Where'd you go?
I shipped into the other room for a minute.
Hello, Kathy. So that's what I've got so far. It's gonna be pretty cool when it's done. I'm not even close to done with this yet, but that's what I've got going so far. The hotspot overheated. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Wendy. I was thinking about making this thing to where the camera was a little bit wider angle, but I don't know if I want to do that or not. I think it looks good how it is, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Like, I can do it like really, really cool like that. Ooh, wow, I like that. Okay, so there's some changes I could definitely make to this. Like, stretch the camera out, only make it 8 millimeters, so it looks like it zooms, like it's stretched towards the center, you know what I mean? That would look cool. So there's a lot of different options I can do to this video and change geometry around. That's what I've got so far. I think it looks pretty cool. What do you think? Here, I'll play it again.
Well, I like cool. I like the light glow. It almost looks foggy.
Yeah, it is. It's got a foggy
okay.
node in there. Well, it's not really a foggy node. It's what I did was I on the lights. What I did was I added a random and then a noise to the lights, and I just scaled down the noise, and that's what it looks like when you scale down the noise on the lights. It looks like fog, sort of. I can make it really, really dense looking too, but I thought that looked horrible because it looked like water spots on the camera. You know what I mean? It was too much. It looked like it had, like, say, you know what a car looks like when it's been really dirty and it rains just a few drops of water, and it gets
you like my truck.
Yeah, it looked like that, and it looked horrible. So I scaled it down as small as possible, and it looks really, really nice. Thinking about putting some other things flying around, like maybe have like some kind of a swirl, like not like a swirl, but
how about bingo numbers?
Like how electrons.
Exactly what I was thinking.
That's what I was gonna go with next. Like, instead of electrons that are like floating around the sphere, I was thinking about having like you just said, you just totally took my idea and ran with it. And that's exactly what I was thinking. But I still got a lot of work to do to it. I can basically just like parent since I already have the camera parented to a null object in the center of it, all I have to do is when I can parent those, the rotation of the spheres, the called numbers, you know what I'm saying? Have them float around and use that as their center instead of using the center of the sphere, because then the sphere would just rotate in its own spot. So I can null it apparent to the null, and then just spin the null, and it'll spin. So
What if each one of your light blue boxes was raised up as a number?
yeah, I can't do that. I'm not that advanced. This. Yeah, I'm not that advanced yet. Come on now.
Okay.
That would be a cool game, though, to have it like jump up out of the circles as it's spinning. Like that's the random number that it chooses, and it pops up and gives you the number. That would be really cool, Mona. I like that idea. Wow, Mona, nice idea. I can animate one of those boxes, I believe. Since I'm dynamically changing the color of some of them, I can probably choose one or just make it, an extra one that's moving with them. And then just when it gets to that certain spot, it'll pop up and it'll display that. I can do that.
Okay.
I can definitely do that. That's a good idea, Mona. You just by you saying that, I imagined how it would work, and I seen how it works, and now that'll be the next thing I work on tomorrow. That'll be cool. I was thinking about having his logo around the center, and right now it's like zoomed really far in because that took almost a half hour for it to render this out as a video so I could play it. It's only a couple seconds long, but it took hours for it to render and look proper.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways. How do I take that down? I don't know how to take it down.
What do you mean take?
Remove from stream.
Well, there you go.
How do I get rid of it though? Remove from studio. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. So how was your day today, Wendy?
Oh, I worked my butt off.
Well, honey, you ain't got much butt to work off. You need to slow down on that stuff.
That's why I have to eat lots of bread so I can have a butt to work off.
Yeah.
And then I went to the hospital and visited my friend. She had her surgery on her leg.
How'd that turn out?
So far, so good. She's like all freaked out because she can't feel her toes yet.
Okay.
Told her the swelling's got to go down. That's why she hasn't felt her toes, is because her leg's been swollen for weeks.
Yeah.
But her blood's finally clotting, so they were able to do the surgery. I don't really even know what they really did. It's not clear.
What was wrong with her leg?
She had a Baker's cyst, and then it started internally bleeding, and then they couldn't get her blood to clot, so they had to do some kind of surgery on it. Which I don't understand. As soon as her blood was clotting, they took her in for the surgery.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly what surgery was for, but she'll be feeling her toes again.
Oh, that'll be nice.
I took her some cottage cheese because when I was there the other day, she's like, they were out of cottage cheese. So I took her cottage cheese.
Okay.
Everybody else took her donuts and candy and coffee and sweetened creamer. Like she's over there getting sugar high and caffeinated.
Oh, okay. Well, at least they didn't take her flowers that she had to watch die.
She had to watch die.
Yeah, cut flowers. Anytime you give somebody cut flowers, they sit around and watch them die.
That's funny because one of my friends brought her a potted plant, and I said, "Are you good at taking care of plants?" She said, "No," and I said, "Oh, you're going to have to watch it die."
It all depends on what they brought her. There are some plants like philodendrons that thrive on.
There were some kind of daisy.
Oh.
She's like, "Should I put it outside?" And I said, "Not in Arizona."
In the shade, maybe.
Oh, I don't know. It was in the store, so it's probably got to acclimate.
Yeah.
So take it outside for a special walk and get it all acclimated.
Set it outside in the rain and then bring it in when the sun gets hot.
There you go. They don't get much rain over in Wilhoit. I've been getting lots here, but there's hardly any rain in Wilhoit.
Uh,
And I'm not even going this week because I got to go to Mesa this week. I got to go to the Social Security office because despite me faxing in all my pay stubs and me going in May and showing them all and having copies made, they still need to see them. So I've got to go in and take them again. I don't know what's wrong with those people.
They're government employees.
Yeah, so am I, right? Well, no, I'm not an employee. I'm a volunteer. It's not a job. It's a volunteer.
Right. They're government employees, okay? They work at government's speed.
Oh, they had a lot of people quit and stuff, so I don't know what that's about.
Yeah. So
But anyway.
I spent most of the day trying to get comfortable. Any position I can find to get comfortable. It's really bad when you can't sit on your gluteus maximus.
Yeah, I spent my day walking around. I split my heel somehow. It got too dry and it just split open.
Oh, ow.
Yeah.
You got any olive oil?
It's like, yeah, of course. It's like walking on broken glass.
Okay, so you got any saran wrap?
I can't put stuff on my feet. It's too hot. I soaked it in Epsom salts for about 20 minutes. Then I put some first aid antibiotic cream on it, put a Band-Aid on it. I put socks and shoes on for about half an hour, and that's about all I could take. I had to take them back off.
You got to moisten it up, and then like before you go to bed at night, just while you're sleeping, okay? If
Just
you can
put some moisturizer on, but I can't sleep with socks on. That ain't going to work.
because I say olive oil it heavy. Olive oil, put a sock on with the olive oil on it at least for 2 or 3 hours, and allow that olive oil to emulsify your foot. Okay,
I can put a Band-Aid over it, but I can't wear the socks. My feet will suffocate. In the summertime, I don't do socks. It's very difficult unless I'm going into air conditioning.
Yeah, but
I'm weird. I've got all kinds of hang-ups. My hang-ups have hang-ups, man.
Your hang-ups have hang-ups.
Who said that to me one time? Your issues have issues, and I'm like, they sure do. Nothing I could do about it.
It's okay.
I am crazy, and I'm okay with that.
Well, if you'll rub your feet down just lightly with olive oil every night before you go to bed, put a nice thin coating of olive oil on your feet. It's the best thing you can do for your skin. Okay?
I won't have any olive oil left for cooking. I'll have to get a bigger jar.
Yeah, well, you need like extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah, I have that. And I get the freshest I can, too, because most oils go rancid in the store because they're too old.
But if you just take a dime's worth, doesn't have to be much.
And put it on with my big Band-Aid.
Yeah, well,
I got big Band-Aids, man.
Yeah, but you don't want to put it just on that spot. Your feet are dry.
No, they're not all that dry.
Yeah, mainly your heels.
I think it has
in the Arizona
to do
heat.
with like an athlete's foot thing because it's really not all that dry. But I'll do the olive oil heals either one, so it doesn't matter.
Right. I try olive. The reason my hair grows so fast is I put olive oil on it. I olive oil it. I mean, look how fast it's grown.
Yeah, I see that. I can't stand all. I put the oil on. I put oil in my hair, and I'm like, oh, this feels so crappy. I had to wash it out.
Well, actually, the olive oil is water soluble, but if you leave it overnight, it'll actually soak into your hair and make your hair strong and shiny. If it was good enough for Cleopatra and Mary Magdalene, it's good enough for you.
Mary Magdalene soaked her hair in olive oil.
Yes, that oil that she used on Jesus's feet, the reason she used her hair to dry it is because you ain't wasting extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, it was good enough for for Jesus's feet. It's good enough for
I
yours.
I thought the oil she used was the oil they used for burials.
Extra virgin olive oil, same thing. It was the
Okay.
most precious oil at that time.
Well, it was myrrh too.
Yeah, but no, it was olive oil. The first squeeze. Okay, the second and third squeeze of the olive is used for cooking and that sort of thing. But the very first squeeze was it's the best thing in the world to take makeup off if you wore makeup. It's great for your hair, your skin. Yeah.
I ate so much food today.
What'd you eat?
I ate double portion of bread today. I had my bread for breakfast, and then I just made it again for dinner, and then I did my normal beans and pasta, but I put the rest of the sloppy joe in it, and I put so much in it was overflowing out of my pan, so I had extra today.
Okay.
I think I ate enough for 3 people to have for dinner.
Oh,
I'm a big eater.
I had a carnation instant breakfast today.
God, that would have just made me hungrier.
Yeah.
I don't know how people can drink one of them and be satisfied that it's a meal.
I guess I get used to it. I did have a bowl of slumgullion. It's
I
a
should have had a chili dog. It's National Chili Dog Day.
okay.
I have beef hot dogs and I have a fake chili. I could have made a chili dog, man.
Yeah,
And
you
I don't
could
know
have.
where Nobby is. I was all excited about the chili dog to see what he had to say about that instead of the hot dogs.
Yeah. Where is he tonight?
I don't know. He comes less and less, later and later. I guess he's sleeping in.
Yeah, if you remember, it's morning. Oh, just the sun's just now starting up over there.
Yep.
Over there, over there. Well, I've been watching this series today on Pioneer Quest. They took two couples and stuck them out, and they have to live the way they lived in the 1800s,
Yeah.
and they're having a real hard time of it. Their hog pen caught fire, burnt their hog. They had to shoot their hog, and she was just about ready to whelp.
Oh.
And they don't have anything set up yet for uh, preserving the meat, so they ended up just burying her instead of. Uh, I mean, she was only like a week from
Oh,
whelping.
they,
My thought is cut her open. She's got little piglets, and
they
roast
didn't
them.
even have salt.
They didn't have that much salt. But
Um,
I would have put me up a dryer, and I would
I
have
would have
hung it and
salted
made
as much as I could and did the dryer. Yeah, I don't know
I'd have
why they
made
didn't.
jerky. I'd have made jerky. You know.
I wouldn't have had pig, but I would have done it with any other meat.
Yeah, but what they had was a pig. But I thought burying her with her piglets inside was because they were close enough to being born
Yeah.
that you could put them on a spigot and roast them. But nope, they shot her and buried her, and I'm like, well, people,
They're not going to survive very much.
they're not going to make it. I don't think they're going to make it. They've done a few things that I looked at and went, I wouldn't have done that. Uh, they got soaking. It rained. They had a whole season of rain in 4 hours.
Wow.
They're planting their potatoes in the ditch
Did
instead
they
of the
collect
mound.
any of the rain for later?
Oh yeah, but
Oh,
they
good.
their well has been tested and it's got E. coli in it,
Oh boy.
and the pig pen caught fire because they didn't get their smudge pot for keeping the mosquitoes away put out enough, and the wind picked up and blew it in, and the pig pen went up like built out of poplar, so it went up like tissue paper, and they were quite a ways away when it caught fire. So, and all they had was 2 buckets of rainwater to put it out with, which didn't put it out. The flames went 10 feet in the air.
2 buckets of rainwater.
Yeah, that's what they had.
Wow.
And burnt the pig. So it was in misery. So they ended up shooting the pig. I just couldn't see taking that whole hog and burying it. I'd have salvaged something out of it. You know.
That's a TV show.
Well,
I really don't have much of a life left, do I? I feel like I'm working all the time. And then I come in and I got like an hour and a half break, and all I can do is play with the stupid game.
yeah, I understand that. Well,
Then I'm going to be even more tired this week because I got to drive to Mesa on Monday and drive back on Tuesday. It's like a 2.5, 3 hour drive.
oh,
So I drive there, go to sit in Social Security office all day to show them papers they already copied. And then I go to my friend's house. She's not even going to be there till late evening, so I don't even get to visit. Maybe the baby. And then I go to my 2 doctors and leave. She's like, I guess we'll visit Tuesday. And I'm thinking maybe for 5 minutes. She
yeah.
don't even get up until after I leave for my first appointment. I don't know how. Yeah. Oh, I was going to drive Sunday night, but when she said she wasn't going to be there, I'm like, oh, fine. I'll just drive Monday. I got my oil changed. That's the big news of the week. And my tires are balanced.
I found out I had a little more storm damage than I was expecting.
Oh,
at your house? It broke the turn signal light cover out of my car.
It burnt it out of your car?
It blew it out. Something hit it, a tree branch or something, and it broke and it fell out in pieces. So I've got to get a new passenger side turn signal. I got to get the whole thing because it broke it out of. It's a one-piece deal.
Yeah.
So I've got to replace the whole light assembly.
Ugh,
$57. And I'm going, yeah, where am I going to come up with $57?
a miracle. I have to get my headlamps. I keep trying to fix them. They just keep yellowing up. I probably got to get new ones, and I don't really want to because they're really expensive on the truck.
Yeah.
I think they're like over $100.
Well, I had somebody call me today and says, by the way, I haven't forgot I owe you $35.
There you
I'm
go.
coming. I'm coming back to Branson. I'll bring you your $35. And I'm like, well, that pays for my tags and registration I have to do in August.
Oh, I forgot that's coming up too.
Yeah. And I'm
Huh.
like, I've had to hit my change and borrow $20 this month.
Well, I thought I had paid my car insurance for a year, and I only did it for 6 months.
Oh,
So I had to pay the other 6 months. That's a good thing I got that thing from Social Security telling me that they're just going to add it to the rest of my overpayment. Thank goodness, because I was like holding my breath.
you
Then
turn, you
she,
turn, you know, if you hold your breath too long, you'll pass out.
oh yeah, I know. And she said, "Did you save any of it?" And I said, "I saved some." And then I said, "I just paid off things for a year." And she's like, "Okay, because you're not. I'm only allowed to have so much in resources at one time."
Yeah.
And I've been following that rule the best I can. So I ain't getting in no trouble. Keep my nose squeaky clean.
Uh, do you really need to watch what happened in the vote, or can I just tell you?
Oh, you can tell me.
They voted for the ordinance. They took out the fact that, it said in the ordinance that minors accompanied by a parent or guardian, they eliminated that there can be no minors. They in the ordinance it makes downtown Branson the adult entertainment district. They cannot have adult entertainment within so many feet of a church or so many feet of a theater, which limits them to one possible building in all of downtown Branson.
Yeah,
And that's if they can get the owner of the building to lease it to them. And then they have to get the $6 million insurance bond, and they also have to get pay the special use permit every time, and they
I don't
cannot
think
have
they're
it.
gonna care. I don't think they're gonna care about paying all that.
And they have to uh, they cannot start their show till 10 p.m. from
Yep.
10 p.m. to midnight. Okay, so they only have a 2-hour window. So, in other words, they kept it by the Constitution. You know, they're not saying you can't have a drag queen show in Branson. You just can't have to have it in this certain area that's zoned for that.
I don't
And
see how it would be against the Constitution. If the town says we don't want it, it's not against the Constitution.
you open yourself up for lawsuits because you're limiting free speech.
It's not free speech. They're limiting a business. There's a difference because they're allowed to do that in the privacy of their own homes.
But by doing this, they just, whether they win the lawsuits or not, they're because there would be lawsuits challenging
Yeah,
that, and they
whatever.
ended up eliminating the ability for them to have a lawsuit because they gave them a space.
They made it all about free speech on and that's such a lie because it wasn't about free speech. It's about the business because they can do it in their own home. They can do it whatever.
Right.
They want to
But
make a business out of it.
but you cannot ban a certain gender from your town.
No, but you can ban a certain business from your town.
as long as it fit within the lewd and lascivious.
It was the business that they were talking about, and they went and turned it around, and I'm like, this is such a lie.
Uh,
I added the thing so you can watch while I was working on it. Oh, I don't think it's working. Oh, there it goes. It's showing. I'm adding the text to it now. Trying to figure out how to change the text value, but I can't figure it out. Like, there's no value for it.
why do you have a big black triangle in the middle?
That
I
is the
can't
camera.
see. Everything is super tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
I
is
know
no. I've tried everything. I'm in the text tab here, but none of these settings in here lets me change it from the word text. I don't get it. And why you're seeing that triangle is because that's a camera right there.
Click the word text on the top of that, where you got Vic BC Live, and then you got text. Click text.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it. It's doing nothing. I can close the areas, but I can't. There's like nothing I can change there.
Well,
Her
because
settings.
yeah.
Scene.
Click on the text in the picture.
Yeah.
In the picture. Click it. Now.
There.
You should be able to change. There you go.
Uh-oh, we lost you.
Did you?
Yeah, for a second you went robotic. Now click on what over here in the properties and editor and stuff. The font, right?
Yeah.
You should. Yeah.
Object data properties, but there's nothing here for me to change except for I can change it to the old one to the new position. But that's set up for animation because it's going to drop through the sky when I get it done.
Well, usually when you double click the text itself, you can type.
Yeah, it won't let me do that though.
Oh, you're in the font options. You're not in the layer itself. You need to be in the layer itself somehow.
Well, there's the material. Here's the font. Here's the constraints. Here's the
Where's the layers?
fields. I don't see
Where's
any
your-
layers. Wait a minute.
Well,
What's
you have-
this? This is what? What is this called?
You got the word text highlighted.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to highlight what this is called, this tab. Object properties. There we go. I think that's it. Let's see here. Vic BC Live. And it didn't change nothing.
No, that's naming it. You need to go into your layers and not your font properties.
I don't see anything like that. Custom properties,
What's at the top? It
rotations,
says area,
collection.
area 1, camera, cube. Go up above that entire block. Yes.
Yeah, but it's already named Vic BC Live.
No, not. Where's the one that says? Okay. That's
Hey
weird.
guys, I love you both, but I'm gonna go back down. This sitting in this chair is not good. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I love you. I'm going out of here.
All right.
I'll be listening on the other channel. Okay.
How did you add text in the first place?
All I do is just Shift A and then go to text and click on that, and it adds a text object. But then it doesn't allow me to change any of the text on it. We've got our add text properties down here that change its rotation and orientation.
It doesn't make sense. You normally can click in the picture on the word text, and it lets you change the word as you start typing.
Yeah, I know. This is a brand new version of Blender, and it doesn't give me that option for some reason. They want you to do it a different way, and I can't figure out how to do it.
All right, try right-clicking on it then.
Just gives me Nothing that I can use. I can rename the object, but I can't change the text on
I
it.
wonder if I still have Blender on this computer.
I can't
I
figure it
doubt
out.
it.
Let's see here. Unlink.
Nope, I don't have Blender anymore. It's probably on my other computer.
Yeah, I don't see any way to change that. I've like looked through all of these. Unless I add a brush. Do I need a brush? No, I don't need a brush. That's definitely not
No,
right.
should be the select the text
Here's the
object and
materials.
press tab. Select the object and press tab, it says. And you'll be in edit mode. So click on the word text
that
and then
gives
click
me
tab.
annotate and measure. That doesn't give me anything. See, oh, that's moving my. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, no, no. That moved my.
Did you save it before you started doing the text?
It just now. It just killed my 3D cursor. I don't know how to get my 3D cursor back in center. Let's see here. Cursor. Oh my god. Now I don't know how to get my cursor back into the center. Now it's making me move my cursor. I didn't want to move my cursor. Shoot. That didn't help. So text. And then you said tab, right? And that puts me in a different mode.
Edit text. How to edit text in Blender. With our text object selected in the 3D viewport, we enter edit mode by pressing tab on our keyboard. Unlike mesh objects, you won't see any vertex, edge, or face options. We will instead see the text with the cursor display at the end of it. To edit text in Blender, select use the backspace and the keyboard to type what you want the text to say.
So with that, we hit tab and then we type
there.
in.
Now backspace. There you go.
BC live. And then we hit tab again to exit that mode. There we go. Okay. Now let's go back up to rendered mode. And let's see what our animation looks like. Let's go ahead and hide that. Okay, so I need to go layout and I need to press play. Oh, how do I get it back to the camera mode? I think that's camera mode. No, it's moving how I want it to, but how do I get it to display in the port? It took away my port, so it doesn't show as my port now. There's an option for that, and I forget what it is. Maybe that? Maybe? No. Let's go ahead and just render it, whatever. Render, animation, and then we'll watch it render out. Oh, what happened? It's not showing the main screen. There it is. Oh, that's looking cool so far. Whoa! What do you think of it so far? I think maybe the text needs to be closer to the camera and smaller.
I thought it was going to move around the object.
Yeah, I that's the next step. I got to get this working first.
Oh, okay.
So this, I need to scale this down. So let's go ahead and scale it by all sizes.
I hope the chat's not broken. I haven't seen anything typed since I crashed.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything either, and nobody is watching except for me. So
Okay, that's why. Everybody left already.
Wrong button. Okay, where'd that go? Entire screen. There we go. It's back for you to pull it back up.
It says 3 watching now. My YouTube
Yeah.
says
Yeah, someone just started watching.
3.
Yeah, it was just at 2. Now it's at 3.
Oh,
You can bring it back up again. Let's see here. Okay, so now I scaled the text down. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Where's my play button? No, I need to.
there's Carrie. He's watching.
Hello, Carrie. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and render it because it's like really starting to annoy me. Now it's too small. Now it's too far away from the camera. So let's go ahead and move this forward like that. And then we can render animation, see what it's looking like. That looks a little bit better, maybe more closer to the camera. Let's actually take that. And we'll bring it out about like that, maybe. All right, now let's go ahead and render and see where it's at. Oh no, I don't want an image. I want to render the animation. So let's see what the animation is looking like. I'm thinking I might need to do some scripting on the Vic BC part and make it a little bit thicker because it's paper thin right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll select that, and we need to go to the modifiers tab, add a, no, that's constraint. Modifiers tab, and we need to add a solidify and make its thickness a little bit thicker like that. I think it's a little too bright, so let's go to the material. Let's preview surface emission amount. Let's bring that down like that.
Oh, I like the lighter. I would have turned down the other light.
Well, I'm going to be scripting it. I'm going to be scripting it to have stuff going on with it, so I don't want it this bright.
Oh, okay.
You mean like keep this bright and then take this one right here and bring it down?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, kind of. That way they're the star of the show, the light of the show.
Okay, so then let's change this color a little bit more bluish. Let's make it as blue as possible. And then we'll ramp up that a little bit like that. So it has a hue around it. As you can see, I just added a blue hue around it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and render the animation and see what it's looking like so far. It's already looking cool.
This is making me want to pull up Blender and play with it, but I don't have it on this laptop.
Yeah. See, I might have to add a Fresnel to that, the Vic BC Live part, so it, you know what I mean. So it's just not one big bright blob. So it has like shadows and edges to it. So I might have to do that. But it's starting to look really, really cool.
You can put some of the bingo call letters on the blocks on the top and the bottom like they floated off the board into space.
Yeah, I'll have to do that with a script. Because as right now, every single one of those blocks are instances that duplicate themselves. I don't have to do anything to them. They make themselves.
Okay.
I used an array, and that array has them filled into it. But I also want that Vic BC Live to go the opposite direction. That's what I want. So what I'm probably going to do is take the top and bottom parts and spin them the opposite direction. So they're not spinning with the Vic BC Live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, then it would make the camera spin with them. How can I do this? I think that I'll have
Why
to
is the camera spinning and not the object?
Because that's how I set it up.
Okay.
I parented it to a null, so it always looked at the center, and then I just spun the camera around on a curve.
Right. So you're going to have to animate something else to get them to go different directions.
Yeah. I'll have to have a second null and have them go different directions, yeah. That's what I'll do is I'll have to put another null, and I'll have to put the Vic BC attached to that null, and then I'll have to have it spin the other direction. But that's just rendering it out. It's going to be a couple more minutes before it's finished rendering. But it's starting to look cool. So what are you up to, Carrie? Come up here and talk to us.
He had gallbladder surgery, still recovering.
Oh, still?
Yeah. It takes a while. They blow your belly up like it's a giant balloon.
Yeah, I was out of the hospital in like 3 days, though, after that.
They tried to send me home the same day, but I couldn't go.
What? Really? They tried to... Oh.
I think they sent him home the same day.
That's craziness.
And I couldn't even breathe through the breathe thing. They had to keep coming in and telling me to breathe because they thought I was stopping breathing. I'm an extremely shallow breather in the first place because my mom was always telling me to stop it. I can hear you breathing. So I got real quiet, shallow breathing.
Yeah.
And they kept coming into my room saying, breathe. I'm like, I am breathing. But they kept me overnight. They didn't want to. But I couldn't get up and walk around.
Okay, that should be done right now. There we go. That is rendered. Let's go ahead and look at the new rendered video. Wait, did it render it or did it not? Yeah, it did. Look at that smoke pouring out of the center of it. That's so cool.
I know.
It actually looks kind of cool like this.
Yep, probably the most painful surgery I had outside of childbirth.
I think that looks cool like that without the text moving itself.
Yeah.
Maybe I can put some lightning bolts holding it in place or something.
Holding what in place?
The Vic BC Live have some lightning bolts shooting down into or actually coming out of the Vic BC Live going into the the top of the roof and the bottom of the roof, like it's like being held in place by electricity or something. I don't know. I can go a million ways with this. It's starting to look really, really cool so far. I like it. So that's what we got so far of that. See, this is all the scene is. It's nothing. It's just a few little things here and there. That's an array
Okay.
of boxes. If I go over here to my geometry nodes and I show this is how I'm doing it right here.
Well, you can just make a few boxes separately from that and kind of push them up into that.
Yeah, I can use an animation to push them up. Yeah, exactly. That's what I've got so far. Go back over to layout.
Well, because I'm thinking for bingo letters, you can make separate boxes and push them up into your array.
Yeah. Okay, so that is actually pretty cool. I don't remember how I got the camera to set as the camera. I can't remember how I did that. It was up here somewhere.
That's my problem. I get in there and I start doing 500,000 things and I can't remember where everything's at.
Yeah, it's because they've got too much stuff on screen. And some of it is buried under other stuff, and it's like...
Well, you can customize all that, but that takes time to do all that too.
Yep, true. So there we go. We got our logo going. That looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool so far. I could probably even slow it down a bit too, but
I'm hearing robot. I don't know if it's me or you.
it's probably me.
Well, it's a high chance it's me too. You know how my signal is. I had to go to the hospital and visit my friend and upload all my videos because they weren't going to upload here. So I only visited her for like half an hour, and most of the time I spent uploading videos. How rude of me.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, this is the first time I've ever opened Blender. I don't use it for anything. I was seeing this tutorial on how to do lighting effects, and I watched the whole tutorial, and I did what the guy did in the tutorial, and this is what it made.
Cool. I used to work in Photoshop. I used to make the slides for a big church.
That would be cool. It'd be kind of hard to do on Blender unless you know how to use Blender.
I've used Blender for some things, but
okay,
not
so
much.
Here's my material for this. Let's see here. What is the material I would need to... I think it's the color ramp. Let's see here. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. That's not the right one. It's this one, I believe. Yes, I do believe it's this one. And then there was what? It was the mission strength. So I can make them glow. Oh, I can make them go like this. How about that?
That looks fun.
So we'll start it out at 0 right here, and we'll put us a dip right there, and then we'll go. Okay, what's half of 250?
125.
125, and we'll put another there, and we'll put the strength up to like 104, and then we'll move to the end of it and we'll set it back to 0, and let's see what that does. Oh, wait a minute. Why is it not setting it here? It should be set to 70, 84, 128. There we go. Now let's see what that looks like. So we'll press play. And they're going to fade in. And then they'll fade out. But I want it to do it way more than that. So we'll start back at the beginning. And we'll go, what's half of 150? That's 75, right?
5. Yep.
So 75, we'll put another one there. And up here would be what? It would be, actually, that doesn't look right.
Oh, I gotta go lock my truck. It's dark. I didn't even notice.
Okay, we'll do this at 35. Here, we'll add one here to it. Okay, so we start off with 0. We get to here. We'll go up to 275 or 200, 131. So let's copy that. Oh, come on. Controller C, I guess. Okay. And then we'll go to this one right here. And we'll set this back down to 0. And then we'll go to this one. And we'll set that back up to the high. So we'll paste that. And then we'll go to, like, say, here. And we'll add another one. We'll set this to 0. And then we'll go to the end. And we'll set it to the high volume, like that. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, so it starts off at 0 with it off. It gets to here. Why did that not work? Like that. And then it'll get to here. I want to set it to 0. Then we want to get it to here. We want it to be this. And then we'll get it to here and we'll set it to 0. And then we'll get it to here. What was the first value? First value was 0. So this one needs to be 0 too. It's not working how I want it. Right here, we need to do this. Set this to 0. I think that's how we're
night sky looks really awesome tonight.
Okay, so 0 to that. Why is it not saving that?
No.
It's not saving my.
It's outside locking.
Oh, this is so stupid. It's not saving my value. Okay, so I start at 0 here. When I get to 35, I want it to be at 0 again. So we'll put this at 0. Or no, the high number. And then we'll hit that like that. Then we'll go to this one. We'll uncheck mark that. Set it to 0. And then check mark it again. So hopefully now it's working. Okay, so 0 to bright to 0 to bright. So actually, and then to 0 here. So we'll uncheck mark that and then set that to 0. Re-add the thing there. And then we'll go to the end and we'll remove that and we'll set that to the high color. Let's see how that works. Still not doing what I want it to do. Close, but Okay, I see a hiccup in it. Stop. Start at the beginning. Let's remove this. Delete that one. Delete that one. That one. That one. Okay, so that one right there is at 0. This one should be at 0 too. So let's remove that one. Set this to 0. And set that like that. Okay, so we've got 250 frames. So 125 would be the center. So we'll do that. And then the center of 125 will be 75. 63.
Be about 63-ish. But it don't have to be the exact center. You can have it off. Just remember to balance it on the other end.
Well, I want to have the exact same amount of things, and I want it to flash perfectly so it doesn't have a hiccup in it. So I have to have it perfectly cut. So here, we'll just calculator. Okay, so 125 divided by 2 equals 62.5. Okay, so I need 62. So at 62, we'll set a keyframe here, but we need to set it at the 132. So we'll add a keyframe there. So it'll go to here, and it'll go to here. Okay, so then that needs to be at 192. We'll put the large value there and keyframe it there. Then it should go off. Okay, so now it should do it properly. Nope. Yeah, it did. It worked. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so now I need to cut these in half. So about 33 frames 31. Right here. 31. So 31 here. We'll add another keyframe here. So 93. This is gonna, hold on a second. I gotta set that to the high one.
62, 93.
Hold on. You're going too fast.
Okay.
Okay, so we got this goes to this, and then this at 62, it's got to be at 0. So I got to remove that, set this to 0, like that. And then 90, what? 93. Okay, so we need to set that to high. And give that right there. And then right here, that one's at 0. Okay, so what's the next one? 160?
No, it would be about 156. 156 or 157.
$159 looks almost good. So we'll go with that. And then this, what was the last one? The last one was at 0. So 160. We'll put it at 160. No, that's too much. 158. And this needs to be 0. So 0. And then we'll set that like that. And then when we get to this one, it's at 131. And then right here, 224. Wait a minute. Bright. And then it needs to fade off. Okay, so it is going to be broken up a little bit because if I do it perfectly, this one's going to be bright. and I don't want that to be bright. Okay, so let's go ahead and press play and see what we've got going on so far. Oh, that's why I've got that messed up. Okay, wait a minute. This right here.
If
is
it's
bright.
going to loop, you do want the last one to be bright.
Yeah, but this one right here needs to be bright. This needs to be the bright one. There was an issue right there, so we'll go ahead and fix that. Okay, so there's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. So that one's low, bright, and then this one needs to be low. So we take away that one, set that to 0. Set that like that. And then right here, 222, we want that to be bright again. And then it'll loop. Hopefully it'll work now. Okay, so there's that. Yes, perfect. Okay, so now I need to go from here. Where is the... Okay, so it's not the emission one. There should be another one in here somewhere. I forget what one it is. Is it the roughness, maybe? Let's see here. Roughness. Thought it was part of the color ramp here. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay, wait a minute. Geometry nodes. What is the value I needed to change? Oh my God. Wow, did it just do that? Yeah, it did. It totally selected something else that I wanted it to select. Oh, shoot. What was I working on? Now I can't remember.
The array?
Oh, yeah, the arrays, geometry nodes here. There is... What was that? I think it was the seed. No, definitely wasn't the seed. Object info. It was the materials what I should be in, not that. I need to be in the material for that. Volume, no, that's not it. Maybe it's the sheen? No, that's not it. I can't remember what it was. The scattering. Where's my scattering? I don't remember where my scattering is. Oh. Geometry nodes.
It's not a luminosity setting, is it?
Gradient texture. Spherical. We're color ramping it. Separate geometry. Pick instance. Oh, that's getting rid of it completely. I think it was this one, this minimum. Nope, that's the size. Oh, shoot. 0.015, I believe. Yes, that's what it was. Oh boy, I don't remember what the setting is.
You weren't Geometry.
Instance on point. There was a thing here. I think I'm in the wrong one.
We're in the geometry.
Yes, it's in the geometry is where I'm doing it, but I can't remember where I'm doing it. Ah. This is what I hate about watching tutorials, because when you go to edit things, you don't remember where they were. Okay, so it can't be there. I'm thinking it's this object info. Relative? No. Okay, so that's the size of them. Is there a shading? That's where it's at. Ah, ha, ha, ha. There we go. I remembered it was in shading. Why is that not hooked up? That's supposed to be hooked up there. That's probably the issue right there. That wasn't hooked up. Oh, no, wait. Is it the distortion? I got to see both parts of it here. I got to be able to see both parts. Is it? Okay, so let's move this and see what this does. This does nothing. I actually need to go and turn that brightness up. So I need to go to this and set it to where I can see which ones are bright. And then go back to that, which was shading. It's one of these settings on here. Scale. That's it. Scale. Okay, so noise, texture, scale to make them blank.
Oh, I got that music again.
Okay, so there's one, I believe. Okay, so I think I had this at 5, 3. Okay, so I had it at 3. Okay, so how can I edit that? How can I animate that? I don't know. Let's see here. Script, maybe? No. Definitely don't want that. I want to animate this value. So noise, texture. And that is on these things. So how in the world do I do that? Geometry nodes. Okay, here are the geometry nodes. Right here. No, that's not it. This is it, maybe? No. Why am I on plane? I should be on the... So the plane is what I need, but how do I do that? The scale. I want to animate the scale, but where do I find the scale for that?
Above. Your objects are in the box above that one.
Yeah, that's the plane right there. Oh,
And
modifiers.
There you
Add
go.
a modifier. Is there an animate? Okay, I don't see it in here. No. That's the material. And this is where it should be at. What was that called again? Noise texture? Let's see here. Custom properties, viewport display, no. Line art, no.
How are you animating a characteristic instead of the object?
That's what I want to do. That's what I'm trying to figure out how to do.
Well, it's got to
So
be up on the object.
See, here's my color ramp. See, here's my color ramp right here. But how do I find this noise texture in here, though? Noise texture. Oh, here it is. Noise texture right here. Boom. Okay. Scale. Oh, that's on the wrong object, isn't it? 3. So this is the wrong plane. I need to do this plane. Let's set this at 3. I think this is the right one. What is this object using as its material, though? Plane. Material 01. Okay, so that's what I'm in. So I need to go back to my layout here. And right here, I need to set that to there. So I've got my blinking how I want. Now I need to scale. Where did scale go? It moved down on me. That's weird. Okay, so we'll start it here. At 3. And then when we get to here, we'll make it like 45. Let's see if that... Well, that's not doing nothing, is it? You don't like me. It's animating it there, but it's not finding it. Maybe there's a different one.
Well, it's not really animating. It's doing a characteristic change.
Yeah, but the problem is it's not changing the one that I want.
When you say animate, I thought it was something else. All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to animate the changes.
Okay.
Scale. Emission. Frac. I got to go back to those geometry nodes. What was that? Or wasn't geometry, it was shading. Let's see here. Shading. So there's that. Where's it at? Preview? No. Let's see here. Use nodes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, see, the nodes don't give me that at all. But this is the value that I need to animate right here, right? Scale. It's set at 3 and 12. Maybe I just have to render it. Maybe it just needs to render. Maybe it doesn't show until it's rendered.
Are you saving it in between changes or just doing the changes and hoping you don't lose your other old stuff?
I'm saving it.
Okay.
Let's see here. Now I need to render it. See if it changes when I'm rendering it. Because I want it to have more and more of the things. Oh, look, it scaled the wrong thing. See how the boxes now have the dark spots on them? That's what that's changing. I'm changing the wrong value. Okay, so... Okay, so that needs to be fixed because that's annoying.
Oh, Mona just came on and said that's cool. I thought Mona went to bed.
Set that back to 3 again. So that's the wrong thing to animate. How do I animate it, though? I don't get it. So it's not a fractal. Where is it at? It's not an emission. Volume? No. So that has to be it. That has to be it. That's the only
9 o'clock, and I gotta go drive around and try to see if I can find the squatter.
Yep.
They're building fires, and I gotta clean out fire pits on place that was supposed to be empty.
Well, I hope you find them.
I'm going in my truck this time. I'm not taking the scooter, the
Yeah.
golf cart. She has to keep changing from the bed to the chair. Yeah, I gotta go now. So,
Alrighty. Well, you
all
can
right.
see what I'm working on. So,
Yep.
alrighty. Have a
Good
good night.
night. Oh, I
See
forgot.
you,
I gotta
Mona. Wave to
I,
Mona.
I gotta wave to Mona. Bye, Mona.